Hey guys, Adam with Moxie. Hey, running a little bit behind today. Sorry, it's a little bit late, but for today's office hours, really wanted to just kind of focus on one of the things that I think continues to come up in training, which is related to how things have changed, maybe in the industry over the last, decade or so. We hear a lot of times, well, travelers are just different. They're not going to fill out paperwork unless you've got the job that they want. They're not really motivated to do that. And I'm here to tell you that that actually hasn't changed a lot. So for some of you, I know that recruited a decade ago, you can remember times when, nurses back then or healthcare professionals back then didn't want to fill out paperwork then either. It was always difficult to get folks to do it. And it was a lot harder then to, get the paperwork completed. A lot of times it was done by mail. So you're sending something through the mail, waiting for it to come back, or you're sending faxes back and forth. So it was more difficult then, and still nurses were resistant to filling out paperwork. So you add those two things together, and actually the process has gotten easier when it comes to getting paperwork. Yes, there's still resistance. Yes, some folks just say, flat out, I'm not going to do it. That's the way that they operate, and that's okay. There are some agencies out there that are willing to do that, to pay their recruiters to put together pay packages and pitch positions to folks that they haven't received any paperwork on. And that's their prerogative. That's how they want to do business. For some, it's a differentiator. I would say that, for me as a recruiter, I want to avoid wasting my time. So if I don't see that person's taking a step in my direction and wanting to become involved in this kind of partnership, then maybe it's not the right person for me, and so I'll move on. So I do see a lot of recruiters that struggle with that, both recruiters with experience and some new recruiters, of course. They get really bogged down, and again, we talk about this all the time, but they're very, very busy, but they're just not productive. And when we look at how they're spending their time, we realize why. So if you're a lead, you're a manager, one thing that I would encourage you to do is just really shadow, your recruiters that seem to be struggling, or maybe if they're stagnant, and just kind of watch how they're investing their time, how they're spending their time. Are they spending it building quality packets and getting candidates submitted? And for you, recruiters, ask yourself this, how are you spending your time? Are you spending too much of your time building pay packages and searching for jobs and, talking to folks who have not made any form of commitment to you, instead of focusing on those people that have made some type of commitment or who have taken a step in that direction? I think that's really important. Think about it as a dance. If you're in sync and you're moving together, you're both kind of moving towards that partnership. That makes sense. It's mutually beneficial. But if you're the one that is essentially chasing that person down to try and get them to complete paperwork, and they're not, not doing anything in return, that's probably not someone you want to spend too much time with. So just my opinion on that. Of course, like I said, there are some recruiters and companies out there. I know that the minute that someone picks up the phone, they're willing to start pitching jobs and breaking down pay packages and talking about, exclusive accounts they have. And to be perfectly honest, I just don't see the need to do that. There's still a lot of great travelers out there who are willing to, fill out the paperwork, and they're willing to take that step. If they're working with the right recruiter, they're working with the right agency, you just know it. So I think not only do you as a recruiter have the ability to make that decision, I mean, of course, travelers have that decision of whether or not to proceed. And I think we need to be smart about that, how we proceed as recruiters, in the same way that, travelers need to be smart about who they decide to move forward with. So that's my little bit of info for today. I'm actually traveling. I'm out of town. So again, apologies for it being late today. Not sure how long this is going to take for me to upload. I had some issues, but I'll get it out there, and stay strong. Keep recruiting strong. Any comments, questions, please drop them below. Oh, and of course, follow our Facebook page, like us on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. Check it out. We've got a lot of videos uploaded for you all with some great tips and strategies for recruiters. If there's something that you wish that we did or would do that we're not currently doing, let us know. Again, comment below. Feel free to reach out to me direct, either through Facebook or call me, 402-982-9201. Hey, always happy to chat with fellow recruiters. So stay strong. Have a great week. Till next time.